Sweetleaf here. How have y'all been? Sorry, I've been kind of not posting as much. I've been super busy. But this is what I ran last night at F&M at Happy Day Comics in Hammond, Indiana. I was gonna play blue-red, and somebody started taking all the red. So I switched to white, and this is the deck. So at our 1-drop spot, we got Aunt May. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. If it's a spider, you put a 1/1 counter on it. And as you'll see real quick, why I chose that card. And I got lucky, fortunate, got a foil Lady Octopus and a non-foil. So, Lady Octopus, 0/2, whenever you draw your first or second card each turn, put an Ingenuity counter on Lady Octopus. Tap, you may cast an artifact spell from your hand with a mana value less than or equal to the number of Ingenuity counters on Lady Octopus without paying its mana cost. So, yeah, this was free spells. So, creatures, those are the 3 1-drops, then our 2-drop slots. Peter Parker. 0/1, when Peter Parker enters, create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. 1 and ban, transform Peter Parker, activate only as a sorcery. And we get Amazing Spider-Man. 1 and a ban to cast with Vigilant Reach. 4/4, each legendary spell you cast that's 1 or more colors has web slinging for ban. The 4/4 Vigilance Reach is what really did it for me, and then being able to play it at the 2-drop spot and get 2 bodies for 1 unlimited was really good. And I didn't see this card all night. I can't really give you... Did not see it. 2/2 though, Hydro-Man Fluid Felon. Whenever you cast a blue spell, if Hydro-Man is a creature, he gets a 1/1 until end of turn. At the beginning of your untap Hydro-Man. Until your next turn, he becomes a land and gains tap, add an island. So yeah, I was, heavily in blue, and I was like, 2/2 creature, whenever I cast a blue spell, real good. Never got to play. Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior. 2/2, flying, Venom Blast. Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Super good, in my opinion. And it came down as a 3/3 because I had Aunt May on the battlefield. And because I was only running 1 card with green, I wanted to make sure I could grab that mana. I played Spider-Bot. 1, because it's a spider. 2/1 reach and limited's really good. When this creature enters, you search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and then shuffle it and put it on top. Guaranteed to get that color you need. So that's all the creatures for the 2-drops. Then we got Iron Spider, Stark Upgrade. This was a major player last night. The 2/3 Vigilance, tap, put a 1/1 counter on each artifact, creature, and or vehicle you control. Then you can start removing counters for 2, remove 2 1/1 counters from artifacts you control, draw a card. This got big real quick. Wraith, Double Strike, Fear Gas, can't be blocked. This won me a game because couldn't be blocked. Opponent was at 2, we started stalemating, and then I got a copy with one of the cards I played in here. I'll show you in a minute. And I came in for 3 because it got a 1/1 counter. Then I got 2 Spider Bites, Web Warden. 2/2, when Spider Bite enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. As you can see, I kind of went tempo and just made my things big, got things out of the way, started coming in. This was a big player too. Didn't have any forward slots, went right to 5. Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, 4/5. As long as there are 8 or more cards in your graveyard, Doc Ock has base power and toughness, 8/8. And I actually never really got him there, but I played some other villains, as you've seen. And as long as I control another villain, he has hexproof. So then you got a 4/5 hexproof and the possibility of him just becoming an 8/8 hexproof. Great and limited. Spider, piloted by Peni. This was amazing. This was a major player. Card draw, 1/1 counters, and the fact it can attack and stay untapped. Vigilance is great and limited. This actually is what won me a lot of games. Then we go to our non-creature spells. This was my first pick. Hide on the Ceiling. This is what forced me into blue. Exile X target artifacts and or creatures. Return the exiled cards to the battlefield under owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. If you needed either to buy time and on your opponent's attack step, not give him an attack step, protect your stuff, I think this was a very great card in limited, and I actually used it to bounce one of my opponent's only creatures, which was a token, so it got exiled. So in my opinion, it was great. Flip. Target creature gets +2/+2, gains flying until end of turn, and as you've seen, I had a lot of spiders, so I was gaining 2 life and coming and just getting over what was blocking me. I got super fortunate, and I got a foil whoosh and 2 others. So, kicker for 1 colorless and a blue. You can return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If it was kicked, draw a card. Enter the Royal, blink of an eye, now whoosh. 3 copies. Needed a little bit of protection, or that 1 extra point to get through. This actually won me a game too by putting the 1/1 counter on it. The hexproof really didn't matter, they tapped out, but getting the 1 point of damage ended that stalemate. And then being able to remove something, I didn't actually use it for that, but I had it in hand ready to go, so this was a solid card. And then these came around twice. These are great and limited. Obviously, pulling 2 just was amazing. I'm putting these in my standard deck because of the equipment thing. It's going to get ridiculous. The Clone Saga. I was iffy on this, but I figured the Surveil, then being able to copy one of my best threats, and then drawing cards. Turn 4, I didn't have any creatures. I only had these cards. If I didn't get this, I was setting up to get this. So it worked out very well. Our 5-drop slot in our non-creature spells. School Days. I actually only used this for the counter spell and drawing a card, and it actually worked. It won me a game because it stopped the very, very thing that would have turned the game around from happening. So I had 1 counter spell. Then 2 Robotics Mastery. 1 foil, 1 non. Flash, great combat trick. Enchant creature, brings in 2 more creatures with flying, right? And then your creature gets 2/2. And on top of these 2 with this, I had it like this, so this is giving it 4/4, 6/6, and then whatever the power and toughness of the creature was. But that was the deck. Honorable pulls for not playing. I was going to play red. I pulled this, and I ended up being forced out of red. Other things I cut. Mechanical Mobster. The Connive, I felt for 3 for 2/1. Yeah, it's an artifact, but would have been a free spell if I really would have played it, but I needed to cut things. And then I cut these because I'd rather have the whooshes, and I was playing green, was going to use this to get green, but I was like, well, I have 3 sources of green. So I played 2 basic Florist. 5 basic planes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 islands. 7 islands, sorry. I pulled this in the draft, Multiversal Passage. This was a big one to force the green, and then a dual land white-blue University Canvas. So that's the deck that got me 3-0, took first, and do some openings here shortly. You guys have a great day. Sweetleaf out.